Hello guys, welcome back to Guru the Guru, and today we'll be dealing with an open source software called Portainer. So, what does Portainer do? So, Portainer is a software that I came across a few weeks ago while I was trying to figure out how I can manage my Docker containers because we have quite a lot of stuff and it was getting overwhelming to always be on the terminal checking the logs, checking if they are all running, checking all if they are all healthy. It was quite hectic. So the day I came across Portainer, it was just a life-saving hack. And I'll just take you through how to install it on your server and how to use it, just a few tips. So we'll go through an article I did on LinkedIn, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago or a few days ago. And generally, we start by explaining how hell or how hectic it was before we came across Portainer. And the requirements you need a server with Docker installed. I believe everyone is able to install Docker if you're using Docker or if you have a huge volume of containers. So you must know how to install Docker. Or might I be wrong? I don't think so. And you also need a domain if you want to secure the container securely. And of course, your time. I just need 5 minutes. So the process of installation just starts with creating a Docker volume, and a Docker volume just it's normal sudo Docker, or if you have enabled the sudo rights for your Docker daemon, you just use Docker volume create container data, or you can call your volume anything you want. So mine is just called it container data. And then after creating the container, you just need to no, after creating the volume, now you need to run the container and be sure to add the right to the Docker daemon. That is the variable of run docker.sock. That is your local daemon. So if you don't give the container that access, it will not be able to access the other containers. So, and then finally, we gave a snippet on how to place it on a web server. We have Nginx or Apache 2, and we're using Apache 2. So we are running it on port 80. You put in your server, and that should be an email address, the one that you can get emails from the web server in case there's an expiry or they cannot renew your SSL. And then server alias, server name, that's just your domain, and the server alias is www.udomain. Document root, the error log, that is where the errors or the log for errors, and then custom log if you need that. And there's a proxy, can allow, or then there is the proxy pass. This is the your IP address where container is running. So once you open this, it's like you're overriding this IP address, and this HTTP can be accessed via the server name, or the server name that we gave. So without further ado, let's get into an instance. I have container on my test bed, and I can just take you through how to use it. So so you need to first log in, and once you have logged in, connect your Docker daemon, your local Docker daemon, and from there you'll be able to get a dashboard of all your services. You have the stacks. We have containers. I have 2 containers that are running. I have 2 volumes, and I have 4 networks and 9 images. So the most impressive part for me with Portainer is on containers. And what do I mean by that? I can be able to tell the state of a container. Is it running and is it healthy? 2, I can also check all the logs. If you look at this one of the containers is running. You can check all the logs as it happen. Anything that goes along, I can check. You can fetch the last day. You can fetch the last 10 minutes, whichever you want. The other thing that is quite impressive is you can track how much bandwidth your container is using on the server. So it's just a nice software, man. It's a life hack one for any DevOps engineer. If you're looking for open source software that you don't have to pay for, just go for Portainer, and you'll no longer have the hassle of the terminal. But Even after saying that, you still have access to the terminal. You can have access to the exact console, right? Like the one I just log in with root. I can pwd. Let's check in. Let's just zoom this out so that you can be able to see. Yeah, so you can check the path we're in. You can check the files. Just exit. Yeah. So and then the final thing I would like to show you is on the networks. You can see we have the custom network, we have the host network, and we have I think this is just the usual ones. The only one that I created is the custom one, the bridge. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all from me today, and I just hope this software saves your life, man. Because it's a DevOps engineer, the hassle that comes with managing many containers, and it's quite hectic. But with this, you just have to log in here. It's an omni-channel for developers or for DevOps engineers. So, guys, I'll see you next week. And please tell me in the comment section what you think about container or any other thing that we are handling. And we hope to keep churning more and more content. And we'll see you around. Have a nice day.